Live right here in Las Vegas, it is SportsGrid. Kevin Walsh, Joe Lisi with Zaire Franklin of the Indianapolis Colts. And Zaire, as excited as I am to talk about the Colts and maybe even a little Syracuse, you are nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, which is absolutely incredible. Congratulations to you for that. Just tell us kind of what you have been doing within the community to end up being nominated for this award.
Well, yeah, obviously the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee is a big deal, man.
Yeah.
Like we said off air, one of the highest honors that can be given to a NFL player during his career. So since 2019, I had my own nonprofit named after my late mother, who passed away when I was 16, Shalice's Angels. And the primary focus is just to help young women in impoverished communities and give them opportunities that they wouldn't have any other way. So, we started in 2019, taking a group of 10 girls to Google headquarters, had a panel of black women kind of speak to them about, what it means to chase success, tour the whole campus. We've taken them to meet with the execs at the Sixers. We took them to meet with the Meta headquarters in New York City, just trying to give these girls, just a different opportunities that, they wouldn't have any other way. And, like you said, Syracuse, I got my degree in finance.
Okay.
So, another element of it is, just kind of trying to teach the young kids about what it means to run a business and different things like that. So we host an annual business academy in Philly, get, business owners that come in from the city to kind of speak on it. And then we got a program from the University of Michigan where we teach the kids how to run their own business. It's pretty, for them, it's like Roblox or whatever the kids are playing.
Yeah.
It's like Mr. Miyagi. They think they're just playing a computer game the whole time they're learning what it means to run a coffee shop. So it's something we've been doing for a long time. Like I said, it's named after my late mother, so it's something that means a lot to me. And just thankful that I was able to be a part of, such a great nomination, be a part of such great men, and continue to, share my story.
Absolutely.
What I was going to say is, in regards to NFL players as a whole, you're doing great work, but there's a majority of players that are doing great work, and it goes unnoticed because everybody sees what you do on the football field. How important is that to get the word out in terms of the great deeds that all these players are doing with profits?
Man, well, I just think it's so impactful. You just hear about all the different things that the guys are doing in their communities. Like I said, on the Zoom call, got all the nominees from the league on the call, just hearing what guys like, Garrett Bowles or Patrick Mahomes or Bobby Wagner, the different things that they're doing, not only in the communities that they play in, but also where they're from. It's just inspiring. And I think it's just, it's important, for us as leaders of our community, leaders of our team, to just give back to the communities in which we serve. That's just something that always was a big deal for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, again, can't congratulate you enough to be nominated, and wish you the best of luck. If I can ask, though, right? Because it's such a kind thing everyone's doing. Is there a competitive aspect?
No question.
Okay.
I want to be the best at service. We're athletes at the end of the day. I need to be the best.
I figured that. Okay, speaking of being the best, you play with the Colts this year, and I've been consistently saying this because in round one of the playoffs, the Texans ended up winning the division, and they play the Cleveland Browns. Everyone's like, oh, it's Ryans and Stefanski. Like, one of these guys is going to win Coach of the Year. Credit to both. Both very good at what they do. I still fully believe it should have been Shane Steichen.
No question.
His hand in the offense, his first year, overall, that football team, Anthony Richardson selected inside the top 5, hardly plays this year. Gardner Minshew is quality. We know that. But it became so expected of you guys to win football games and be consistent. What was it like playing for Shane in his first year?
Well, first off, just not enough credit I really felt like was given to Shane, just the job that he's done, just all the different elements of adversity that we had to fight through this year. From, Anthony, like you mentioned, Anthony missing, pretty much the majority of the year, to starting year late without JT, to, different things that was coming in from suspensions and different stuff like that too. So, and I think all the credit to just how our team just stayed focused and was always ready to play ball and always ready to be prepared to play on Sundays goes back to just the culture that Shane started, just accountability and just competitiveness. I really just can't speak on more just like how he just completely came and set that culture early and got us on the right track.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you, you were drafted in the 7th round, right? And we see the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. How important is that in terms of your play on the football field? Do you have a chip on your shoulder? And how do you think Brock Purdy is going to perform in this ballgame Sunday?
Oh, no question. It's something that I think about all the time. I tell people in 2018, the Colts had 11 draft picks. I was the 11th. They picked 10 guys on that team before me. And obviously great players, Quentin Nelson, Shaq Leonard, Braden Smith. These guys are the best at their positions. And, throughout my career and my journey, I just always wanted to be a part of that. And just being from the 7th round, I know the undrafted guys get a lot of love, but 7th round, I feel like we just right with them, as the underrated. And it's definitely something that means a lot to me. And then just speaking on Purdy, man, I think he just does a great job of just making talent look like talent. People don't understand that that's a skill in of itself. You can have good players around you and not being able to maximize it. So I definitely feel like, he's going to be ready to play. Obviously, Shanahan's offense is elite. McCaffrey's the best back in the league, so we know he's going to show up. And, I think it's going to be a good game.
That's incredible. You think McCaffrey, if you're McCaffrey and JT?
I'm going JT. I'm going JT, but McCaffrey is not no slouch. I like JT just a little bit more. I think he just, to be honest, a tougher runner in my opinion.
He's so explosive.
Yes.
That was the thing. I don't mean to bring the game up because I know you guys lost, but you guys went in that game against Houston, and everyone's like, well, Houston right now, nobody can run on them. He abused them on the ground the whole game,
right.
Which, again, was remarkable. Let me ask you a little bit about AR. He didn't have the full season, but one of these things, it's like an untested theory. Maybe someday we'll figure it out. But Mahomes didn't play the full year. It worked out. Rodgers, and then Love sat for a long time and ended up having this monster second half to the year. I'm now, because in our business we're always kind of looking ahead, I'm already thinking that Anthony Richardson is going to completely stun people next year with year-to-year development heading into his sophomore season.
Oh, no question. And I think the biggest thing is once you get that year to kind of sit and watch, not only are you in the mix, he was able to watch us not only work through adversity throughout the season, but get on that playoff run, get hot, see what it took, see what it means to game plan. But then, you get a chance to train like a pro. I think people don't really understand that. When you're in college, you're still going to class. You still got different, elements to what you have to do and don't have to do. When you get to the league, you're able to really develop your entire time in your craft to just getting better at ball. And obviously he wasn't able to throw because he had a shoulder situation. But I just think the mental element, the emotional element of just seeing how long a season is. People underestimate that as a rookie. They don't understand how long an NFL season really is, and they added an extra game on it. So, I think just him being able to experience that, obviously watching Gardner. Gardner did a great job of just leading that room and being a leader and leading by example. I have no doubt that Anthony going to come show up ready to play.
Yeah. And the division is a lot of parity, right, in regards to what we saw out of Houston and Jacksonville. What are your expectations for next year in terms of obviously the draft coming up, but what are you guys expecting to win the title and potentially make a run for an AFC championship?
Oh, no question. I feel like at this point, being 20 yards away from, a division title, that hurts. That's something that still stings to today. But, I think, now that we, like I said, year 2 under Shane, year 2 with Anthony, obviously getting JT back to full time, our defense continued to grow and build under Gus Bradley. I think at this point, being one game away, no question our goal would have to be division title. Credits to Houston and what they were able to do, but, we're looking forward to next year for sure.
Yeah, as you should be. And then I'm just kind of playing through the path. You played Cleveland. You should have beat Cleveland.
Oh, yes.
Right? That game was insane. Then Baltimore, you did already beat this. No, yeah, I can imagine that. But next year's a new year. I don't know. I've realized this throughout the week that I'm actually very interested in NFL players in high school. I don't know why. You're
going to ask him.
No, I'm not going to ask him what he would do what he would do in a high school game now. But I'm just curious, right? My idea is everyone that plays in the NFL was the absolute best then, probably when they were in high school, right? Did you play both sides of the ball when you were in high school?
I did, actually.
I did. I'm telling you.
But it's not what you think, though.
Oh, wait.
It's not what you think. So my senior year, I played linebacker, obviously, and I started off as tight end. But
really,
at the first game, we blew a team out. We're winning like 35-7 or whatever. It's like my last drive, and I go to dive for a screen, and I end up breaking my finger. Like my pinky was like facing me.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I ended up missing like 2 games, and they told me the only way I'd be able to play is if I had a club over my hand.
And you can't play tight end.
Well, at the time, we were having O-line issues. so I went to left tackle, true story.
Did really?
But I went all Catholic, too. I need everybody to understand that I was blocking John Runyon.
John Runyon. He was here. We just interviewed him a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I had to block him one-on-one.
That's great.
Again, now I'm glad I asked. That's how good NFL players are. He's a legitimate NFL starting linebacker, and he went all league playing left tackle because he just was like, well, I can only use one hand.
I want to take it to the bowl because you're a linebacker, right? That's amazing. What is it about Travis Kelce that opposing defenses in a critical spot with double teams and triple teams can't shut this guy down? What is the one aspect that he has that potentially maybe no other tight end does?
Well, I just think, it's been said over and over again, but just his savviness. He's like a vet basketball player who just understands how to get rebounds, understand body position. He knows how to lean on you. He knows how to sit in zones.
Yeah.
Like his football IQ and body control is elite and, second to none. And then obviously just that connection that he has with Mahomes. Like, they know where to find it. He knows how to get just enough separation, and he knows Pat's going to put it exactly where he needs to be, and he makes the play time and time again. So
we'll see how it plays out. I'm looking forward to it. But again, that is Zaire Franklin of the Indianapolis Colts, Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. Congratulations to you again. More coverage from SportsGrid out here in Las Vegas is coming up.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.